All right, welcome to another deep dive. We got a good one today. Collagen.
Yeah, collagen.
It seems like everybody's talking about it, but
Mm-hmm.
does it actually do what everybody's saying it does?
Right.
Our listener wants to know,
Yeah.
what are the benefits?
Yeah.
What does science say about this stuff?
Yeah.
And is it really the miracle,
Fountain of youth.
fountain of youth that
Maybe.
everyone seems to think it is?
Well, let's dive in. So, I
Yeah.
mean, to start, I think it's important to understand what collagen is, right?
Yeah.
So, collagen is like the glue that holds our body together.
Mm.
It's in our bones, it's in our tendons, it's in our ligaments, it's even in our skin.
So it's pretty important stuff.
Very important.
So if it's in all these places, why is everybody taking supplements for it?
That's a great question. A lot of it has to do with our modern diet.
Okay.
We don't eat the way our ancestors used to.
Hmm.
We eat a lot of processed food. We don't do a lot of nose to tail eating,
Right,
where
okay.
we're eating, the bone-in meats and
Yeah.
all the parts that are really rich in collagen.
Right, right.
And so some people think that, our modern diet is leading to a collagen deficiency,
Hmm.
which is why people are turning to supplements.
Okay. So does it work?
Well, there is some research.
Okay.
There have been some promising studies. For example, there was a study done with older men,
Okay.
and it showed that when they supplemented with collagen
Yeah.
and did strength training,
Okay.
they actually had an increase in muscle mass and strength
Mm-hmm.
compared to the group that just did strength training alone.
Okay. So
And they've seen similar findings in premenopausal women.
so that's great, but I gotta wonder, if the studies are showing these benefits
Yeah.
in older people or even premenopausal women, if I'm young and I'm
Right.
active and I'm training already,
Right.
does it really do anything for me?
Yeah. And that's where the research gets a little bit,
Okay.
murky. A lot of the studies have been on very specific demographics,
Right.
and they've often had small sample sizes.
Okay.
And we also don't have a lot of detailed dietary information from the participants.
Hmm.
So it's hard to say
Right.
like how much collagen they were getting from their diet before they started taking the supplement.
Okay.
So it's hard to generalize the findings to a wider population.
Right. So there's some research that shows that it does help with muscle growth,
Mm-hmm.
but there are a lot of questions that still need to be answered.
Okay.
So I think about something like whey protein.
Yeah.
That's, it's something that a lot of people who are trying to gain muscle take. What's the difference between that and collagen?
Yeah.
Why not just take whey protein for everything?
Yeah, that's a really good question. They're both proteins,
Yeah.
but they do different things.
Yeah.
So whey protein is what we call a complete protein,
Okay.
which means it has all the essential amino acids
Right.
that our bodies need to build muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Collagen, on the other hand, is really rich
Okay.
in certain amino acids,
Yeah.
and it's really high in glycine and proline and hydroxyproline,
Hmm.
which are really important for connective tissue health.
Okay.
So whey protein is great for building muscle.
Okay.
Collagen is great for keeping
Mhm.
everything else,
Right.
your tendons, your ligaments, your skin healthy.
Yeah.
So really, it depends on what your goal is.
Right, right. If you wanna get strong and build muscle,
Yeah.
whey protein is probably a good choice.
Whey is probably the way to go.
But if you want to keep your
Sure.
tendons, your ligaments, and your skin,
Yeah, if you're looking for more of a holistic approach
right, right,
to, overall health and well-being,
yeah,
then collagen might be a good option.
okay, got it. Now, we talked about the muscle growth aspect. Yeah.
And, some of the research shows that it can help.
Right.
But I was also reading that, in younger, healthy adults,
Yeah.
that it didn't really lead to
Yeah.
significant muscle gains.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think a lot of it comes down to the individual.
Right.
If you're young, healthy, active,
Yeah.
you're probably not going to see
Yeah.
dramatic results from just taking collagen alone.
Right.
You really got to be focusing on a balanced diet, the
Yeah.
right kind of training,
Right.
and there's other factors involved. I mean, genetics play a role.
Right. Right. Okay. So it's not a magic bullet.
It is not a magic
You
bullet.
can't just take collagen and suddenly have all these
Right.
benefits.
It's part of a bigger picture.
Yeah, sure.
More holistic approach.
Okay. Well, let's talk about some of the other benefits that people are claiming for
Yeah.
collagen.
Yeah.
Joint health.
Hmm.
I've heard a lot about that. Yeah. Yeah, there's been some interesting research on that as well.
Okay.
Some studies have suggested that collagen can help to
Uh-huh.
reduce joint pain,
Hmm.
improve stability,
Okay.
and even aid in recovery after exercise.
So, if you're an athlete
Yeah.
or if you're, someone
You're
who's
putting a lot of stress on your joints.
putting a lot of stress on your joints, yeah,
Yeah,
this could be something that could be beneficial.
exactly.
But, I'm assuming, as with everything we've talked about so far,
Yeah.
more research is probably needed.
Always more research is needed.
Okay, all right. So let's get to the one that I think everybody is waiting for.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
The skin benefits.
Kin.
Can collagen really help you look younger,
Yeah.
get rid of wrinkles?
Yeah.
What does the science say?
Well, there is some research suggesting
Okay.
that collagen can improve skin elasticity and hydration,
Okay.
and even reduce the appearance of wrinkles.
Okay, now how does that work?
Well, the theory is that when you take hydrolyzed collagen,
Okay.
which is basically collagen that's been broken down into smaller molecules,
Okay.
so it's more easily absorbed by the body,
Okay.
that it can actually stimulate your body's own collagen production.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like you're giving your skin a boost from the inside out.
Okay.
But, we got to be careful here.
Okay.
A lot of these studies have been limited.
Okay.
They've had small sample sizes,
Right?
short durations,
Okay.
and a lot of the research is actually funded by the supplement industry.
Right. So there could be some bias.
There could be some bias.
Okay. So, take it with a grain of salt.
Exactly.
All right. So, for the people out there who maybe don't want to take a supplement,
Yeah.
are there ways to get collagen naturally?
Absolutely. There are a lot of delicious foods
Okay.
that are naturally rich in collagen.
Okay.
One of the best sources is bone broth,
Oh, yeah.
made by simmering bones for hours.
Yeah.
And it extracts collagen from the connective tissue.
Right.
Super flavorful. You can use it as a base for soups,
Yeah.
stews,
Or just drink it straight?
or just drink it straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another great source is unsweetened gelatin,
Okay.
which is basically, it's hydrolyzed collagen.
Okay.
And you can add it to desserts, smoothies, even your coffee if you want.
Interesting.
Then there are cuts of meat
Okay.
with connective tissue,
Right.
like pork knuckle, chicken feet.
All right. So, maybe some more adventurous eating.
A little bit more adventurous.
All right. What about for people who don't want to eat, chicken feet? Any
Yeah.
other options?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Fish with skin, like salmon or cod.
Okay.
Excellent sources of collagen, easy to add to your diet.
All right. So, plenty of delicious ways to
Yeah.
get collagen naturally.
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about, getting it naturally. We've
Yeah.
talked about taking supplements. Yeah.
But where does the collagen in the supplements actually come from?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
That, a lot of people don't even think about.
Right.
But, when we're talking about collagen supplements,
Yeah.
it's usually coming from animal sources.
Hmm.
Yeah, most of it's going to come from either bovine,
Okay.
which is cow,
Right.
porcine, which is pig,
Okay.
or marine, which is fish.
So it's not like, being created in a lab.
Right.
It's coming from,
Yeah, it's parts of animals.
it's being extracted from animal products.
And what parts are we talking?
Yeah. So it's going to come from, hides,
Yes.
bones, tendons, cartilage.
Interesting. So it's like using the parts
Exactly.
that we might not
Well,
necessarily.
the parts that might
Okay.
otherwise go to waste.
Yeah, yeah. But that makes me wonder,
Yeah.
as the demand for these supplements grows,
Right.
what is the impact on,
Sustainability is a big concern.
stability? Yeah, yeah.
We want to make sure
Right.
that as this market grows,
Right.
that we're not,
Yeah.
harming animals
Yes.
or the environment.
Yeah. Okay. So if someone's, out there, they're at the store,
Yeah.
they want to buy some collagen supplements,
Right.
what should they be looking for
Yeah.
on the label?
Well, the first thing I would say is to check the source.
Okay.
Is it bovine, is it porcine, or is it marine?
Okay.
And that can impact the taste and the texture,
Okay.
but it can also impact the amino acid profile
Okay.
of the supplement.
Okay. So is one source better than another?
Not necessarily. It really depends on your needs and your goals.
Okay.
For example, bovine collagen
Okay.
is often associated with joint and bone health,
Okay.
whereas marine collagen
Okay.
is considered to be more easily absorbed by the body. So it really depends on what you're looking for.
All right. So we've got the source. What else should we be looking for?
Okay, so the next thing you'll see on the label is the types of collagen.
Okay.
And these are usually labeled with Roman numerals.
Okay.
The most common ones you'll see in supplements
Mhm.
are type I, type 2, and type 3.
Okay.
Um, type I collagen is basically the building block
Okay.
for skin, bones, tendons, and ligaments.
Okay.
Type 2 is mainly found in cartilage.
Okay.
And then type 3 is found in skin, muscles, and blood vessels.
Oh, so many different types.
Yeah, and it can be
Yeah.
a little bit confusing.
Right. So is there a rule of thumb? Like,
Y-
if I want this, I take this type.
So if you're looking for example,
Okay.
skin, hair, and nail benefits,
Okay.
type I and type 3 are usually good choices.
Hmm.
If you're looking for joint health,
Okay.
type 2 is usually recommended.
Yeah.
And then, some supplements will have a blend of different types,
Okay.
which can provide overall support.
Okay. So source,
Yeah.
type, anything else?
Yeah, the other thing you want to look for
Okay.
is the form of collagen.
Okay.
So you'll see terms like hydrolyzed collagen or collagen peptides.
Yeah. Okay.
And what that means
Okay.
is that the collagen has been broken down into smaller molecules.
Okay.
So it's easier for your body to absorb.
Okay.
It's basically,
So it's like
pre-digested
pre-digesting it.
collagen.
Okay. Interesting. So it's more bioavailable.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's going to get into your
Yeah.
system
Right.
more efficiently.
All right.
And then the last thing I would say is to check the ingredient list.
Okay.
You want a collagen supplement that's as pure as possible.
Mm.
You don't want a bunch of added sweeteners,
Right.
flavors, or fillers.
Right. Okay. So
Keep it clean.
that's nice and clean. That's straight collagen.
Exactly.
All right. So, we've been talking a lot about the different types of collagen, where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
But, for a lot of people out there, animal welfare is a big concern.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
It's a valid concern.
right.
And,
And with the demand for collagen going up.
right, yeah, as the
Yeah.
demand increases,
Yeah.
there's always a risk
Yeah.
that, it's going to put more pressure on the meat industry,
Right.
which could have implications for animal welfare.
Yeah. So it's like we're creating this whole new market
Right.
for animal products.
Yeah,
And we need to make sure that
Well-
those animals are being treated humanely.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important for consumers to
Okay.
look for brands that are committed
Yeah.
to ethical sourcing.
Okay.
Um, certifications
Right.
like grass-fed, pasture-raised,
Yeah.
free-range.
Right.
Those are all good indicators
Yeah.
that the animals are being treated well.
Okay. So we as consumers.
Yeah, we have the power
Yeah.
to influence positive change
Right.
through our purchasing decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we've talked about the animals.
Right.
What about the environment?
Yeah.
The meat industry has a big impact.
Yeah, it has a large footprint.
On greenhouse gases.
Yeah.
Deforestation,
Mhm.
water pollution. So as we increase
Right.
the production of collagen,
Right.
could that make things worse?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a valid concern.
Okay.
The meat industry does contribute to all of those problems that you mentioned.
Right.
And so by driving up the demand for animal products,
Yeah.
even for byproducts like collagen,
Right.
we could potentially be exacerbating
Yeah.
these problems.
Yeah, it's interesting how, all of these things are so interconnected.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about taking a supplement,
Yeah.
and it's
Right.
it affects the planet.
It has ripple effects
Yeah.
throughout the whole system.
All right. Well, that being said, are there
Yeah.
plant-based options?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And one that I'm getting a lot more lately.
Okay.
Because, a lot of people are looking for
Yeah.
ways to
Right.
support their collagen,
Yeah.
but they don't want to use animal products.
Yeah.
And so while there isn't like a direct plant-based substitute for collagen,
Right.
there are some really promising ingredients
Okay.
that can help to support
Okay.
your body's own collagen production.
Oh, interesting.
So, for example,
Okay.
hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
It's a substance that's naturally found in our bodies. And it's really important for hydration and the plumpness
Okay.
of our tissues.
Right.
You see it a lot in skincare,
Right.
but you can also take it as a supplement.
Okay.
And so by taking hyaluronic acid,
Okay.
you're basically giving your body
Okay.
the tools that it needs
Right.
to produce its own collagen.
So rather than taking collagen itself.
Yeah, you're supporting the natural production
Yeah.
of collagen.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Are there other options?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Vitamin C
Okay.
is essential for
Yeah.
collagen synthesis.
Right. Right.
And then things like silica
Okay.
and antioxidants
Okay.
can also play a role
Okay.
in collagen health.
Okay. So even if you're
Yeah, so even if you're
vegan or vegetarian.
vegan or vegetarian,
Yeah.
there are still ways
Okay.
to support your collagen.
Okay. That's great. Yeah.
So, I'm assuming this is something.
Yeah. The research is
The research is
they
always evolving.
always changing.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's definitely an area to keep an eye on.
Okay. Okay. Now, earlier you were talking about,
Yeah.
being careful about brands that are making these,
Right.
outlandish claims.
Yeah, you got to be careful about the marketing.
Yeah. What are some red flags that people should be looking out for?
Yeah, so first of all, be wary of
Okay.
of any product that's promising, like miracle results.
Yeah. Yeah.
Collagen is not a magic bullet.
Right. Right.
It's not going to,
yeah.
erase all your wrinkles overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
The other thing I would say is to watch out for
Okay.
products that have a lot of added ingredients,
Okay.
especially artificial sweeteners,
Right.
flavors, or fillers.
Right. Okay.
Those can detract from the quality of the supplement.
So keep it simple.
Keep it simple, yeah.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Right. And obviously,
Yeah, and always talk to your
talk to your doctor.
doctor.
Yeah, before
Before starting any new supplement.
any new supplement regimen.
Yeah, especially if you have
Especially if you have
any existing medical conditions.
pre-existing conditions or if you're on medication.
Right.
Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Always a good idea to get professional guidance.
Okay. So we've covered,
Yeah.
the science of collagen.
Mhm.
We've talked about where it comes from,
Yeah.
the ethics,
Yeah.
plant-based alternatives.
Mhm.
But there's one big question
Yeah.
that we haven't really tackled yet.
And that is
What happens in the long run?
Oh yeah. The long game.
Right. If I start taking collagen now,
Mhm.
what happens
Yeah.
5 years from now, 10 years from now?
Right. Right. What are the long-term effects?
Mhm.
The long-term effects
Yeah.
of taking collagen consistently.
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question.
Right.
And to be honest, the research just isn't there yet.
Okay.
Most of the studies that we've been talking about have really focused on
Yeah.
on the short-term effects.
Okay.
Like weeks or months
Right.
of taking collagen.
Yeah.
But there haven't been a lot of large-scale, long-term studies
Okay.
looking at what happens if you take collagen
Right.
for years
Yeah.
or even decades.
That's surprising. You would think with all this hype.
Right. You would think that there would be more data
Yeah.
on the long-term impacts,
Right.
but there just isn't.
Okay. So that's definitely something that needs more research.
Definitely an area for
Yeah.
future research.
So I guess, the takeaway there is to be cautious.
Yeah, I think always good to err on the side of caution.
Right. Something
Because
seems fine
you never know.
in the short term.
Right. You just don't know
Right. Right.
how it's going to affect you
Yeah.
years down the line.
Okay. So we're still kind of in the early stages.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Yeah.
way to put it. We're still learning about the long-term effects of collagen.
So it's kind of a paradox then, if we
And it's a bit of a paradox.
if we don't really know
Yeah.
what the long-term effects are, why is it being marketed so heavily?
Well, we have to remember that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
Right.
financial incentive
Yeah.
to sell these products.
Right. Right. So it's up to us as consumers to really
Yeah. We have to be smart,
be smart about it. Yeah. Do our
be
research.
discerning. Yeah. Do your research, talk to your healthcare providers.
Right.
Don't believe everything you see
Yeah.
on the internet or in the ads.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive
It has been, yeah.
into the world of collagen.
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic.
And I want to leave our listeners with something to think about.
Okay.
If collagen really is the fountain of youth
Right.
that it's claimed to be,
Yeah.
why isn't there more research?
Yeah, why don't we know more
Yeah.
about the long-term effects?
Right. Makes you wonder what's going on behind the scenes.
It makes you wonder if there's something that
Right.
that we're not being told.
Yeah. So do your research.
Exactly.
Ask the tough questions.
Always be questioning, yeah.
And
That's how we learn.
that's how we learn.
That's how we grow.
And that's what the deep dive is all about.
There you go.
So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.